Welcome to the part number 3 of this series on how to calculate in chess threats. If you haven't watched the part number 1 about checks and part number 2 about captures, then you should probably do it now first, here or there, or here in the description, you'll find the link. Threats can sometimes be harder to spot than checks or captures, but mastering them is what's gonna take your calculation skill to the next level. So, let's dive in. What are threats and why are they important? A threat in chess is a move that creates a problem for your opponent on the next turn. It could be attacking a piece, threatening a checkmate, or a fork or discovered attack, or even preparing a positional problem such as controlling the outpost or taking over a weak square. Unlike checks and captures, threats do not always force an immediate reaction, but instead they limit your opponent's choices and give you a long-term initiative. And then comes another question. Why are threats part of the CCT method? The CCT method asks you to look first for checks, captures, and only then threats. Why so? Because threats are subtle. Checks and captures are forcing moves. They demand immediate answers. Threats, on the other hand, are more strategic. They can actually be ignored if your opponent has a stronger resource. But here is a trick. When you run out of checks and captures, looking for threats can actually prevent you from blundering. And even better, make your opponent blunder. All right, let's take a look at some examples. And as you know, for these videos, I usually try to invite some friends of mine, to give you a second opinion. So today, our guest is the one and only Emily Plays Chess. Hello, Emily! As you heard, today we're studying threats. How familiar are you with threats?
I mean, somewhat.
Somewhat? This is our first exercise, and in this position, white has a threat. Let's see if you can find it. By the way, guys, if you want to solve it and you don't want to get spoiled, just pause the video anytime before we show the solution. So essentially, white has a threat to, let's say, they can attack something, and then that something will not be able to move, and therefore will fall down. What you might want to see is a loose piece. There is this saying in chess, loose pieces drop off. So if you see a loose piece, that would be your target.
Right. Okay, the knight on h5.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know the solution.
Okay, how can you attack the knight? Create a threat on the knight that you're gonna... Okay, then they're gonna defend it, right? How? Attack with the bishop. They're gonna defend with the pawn, right? We need to attack the knight that way that we're actually gonna win it.
g4.
That's right.
Yay, g4.
Flop, flop, flop. g4. You're attacking the knight has nowhere to go, and you win the knight.
Oh, wow.
That's the threat, direct threat on the material, and there is no way to defend it. So you see, it's not a check, and it's not a capture, but you still win the material because it's a threat. You create a direct threat on the piece, and there is no way to defend it. I mean, of course, you can do the g6, but we already know that you just lose a knight. Right?
I see. Yes, okay.
Fun fact, I'll just show you how this position occurred. e4, what do you do here? What do you usually reply with?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I usually play c6.
Okay, oh, Caro-Kann, nice, I love that. So imagine e5. Okay. Now, knight f3, knight c6, d4, what would you do? What's like the first thing that comes to your mind?
E takes d4.
Capture, that's what everybody does. I capture back. Now?
d6.
Okay, d6 is fine. Any other moves?
Knight takes.
Knight takes. This is what many people do. Now, what would you do?
Knight f6.
Congratulations, you fell into the trap. Knight f6, after which I play e5.
h5.
Yeah, knight h5, and that's how you lose the knight. You see?
Wow, okay.
Yeah, but even if obviously you have to go here, but it's nasty. Why would we, that's already annoying, right? Like, white is so ahead in development, has a huge advantage. So essentially, what many, I would say, I don't want to say beginners, but I also want to say beginners, because you know me. The mistake would be to capture back. When people don't know what to do, they sometimes just capture. They develop the bishop, they pin, and then they capture, right? So here, like many people do this mistake, they capture the knight. Why is it bad? Even though we'd say, don't bring queen out early. Yeah, but now there's no one to attack this queen. And if you do this one, then you create a backwards pawn, and then, so like just because we traded this knights, right? A backwards pawn, an outpost on t5. So yeah, in this position, queen is good. It's strong. So the right moves, as you would ask me, would be d6 is fine, knight f6 here is fine, because then e5, the queen is not helping, so I think you can just take with a knight, yeah. You can also play bishop c5, for example. These are good moves, like bishop c5, knight f6. Threat number 2, checkmate threat. In this position, you can create a threat of a checkmate. And guess what? Your opponent will have nothing to do with it and gonna lose. You're playing with black.
Rook e8.
Whoa, 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 high five.
Congratulations, rook e8. And how can you defend a threat? No,
Yeah.
there is no defense. So that's another type of threat. Next example. Let's take a look at this one. Don't worry, it's gonna be more complicated than that.
Oh, great.
Yeah. This one was just a warming up. Threat number 3, double attack or a fork. Threading 2 things at a time. Emily, why to move?
Queen d1.
Ooh, my gosh, look at this girl. She sold it so fast. That's right, queen d1, creating 2 threats at a time, on the knight and on the bishop. And you win one of them, so congrats. All right. Okay, the next one is actually gonna blow your mind. Threat number 4, positional threat. A plan. A plan that you have no way to stop. That can be threatening to control an open file, occupy an outpost, or restrict your opponent's pieces. Emily, I know you love endgames. I mean, you've been a member of our endgame marathon. And guys, if you love endgames, we have a video dedicated to that especially. You can check on the link in the description. But Emily mastered them perfectly. And today we're gonna test it. So this is your position. You're playing with white. It's an endgame. In the endgame, as you know, you need to have a plan. So you need to come up with a plan, and basically that plan is gonna have no way to be like stopped. You can think out loud if that's helpful.
I mean, I was looking at like rook h8 or rook h6, trading rooks, getting a pass pawn, but then king can stop it, so that's not gonna work. So I was looking at other ways we can maybe get a passer going. This pawn, maybe if we can get rid of that guy, then we have these 2 that can are promising.
Yeah.
So maybe if we can maneuver the rook to the f file. Am I on the right track?
Well, it's the things you say are good, but you should also take into consideration what your opponent wants to do.
Oh yeah, okay, so this pawn on c3 is hanging, of course.
So then just, let's say, calculate the time you're gonna take to get after, let's say you wanna go after this pawn in f5. How are you gonna do it? How much time is it gonna take you? And what's your opponent gonna do?
Yeah, so we have to worry about the c3 pawns.
And essentially, this is an important tip in the endgame. Do you wanna, so what is happening with the king right now?
It's cut off, so you want to keep your...
Exactly, unless you have a concrete idea for that, right? So you really want to like keep it there, like passive.
Okay. Oh, maybe something with like g6, then taking on c7, and then trying to...
So you're considering giving away this pawn in order to take that pawn and then potentially do something there, right? Question. If you do g6, do I have to take?
No.
Do you threaten anything?
Oh, actually,
How do you evaluate threats? You gotta ask yourself certain questions, such as question number 1, can my opponent ignore this threat? So is it really that, dangerous? Question number 2, What do I gain from this threat? Meaning, do I gain a positional advantage? Do I gain a material advantage? Question number 3. Does my threat improve the position of my pieces? Sometimes in the openings, players do this mistake that they get the queen out early. Not like I showed you today. But like, let's say you're going after a scholar's mate. You get the queen out early, creating those threats. But then if your opponent is like has a little bit of knowledge and understanding, he stops the threats, and then your queen just lost 20 moves. So that particular threat does not improve position of your pieces, right? It only like you only waste your time in the opening moving that queen. That's gonna be the next question. Especially when you're trying to create threats in the opening. And I recall some of your games when you were going after the attack in Vegas, if you remember.
I do.
Am I spending too much time chasing my opponent's pieces instead of developing mine? So that's something that you need to keep in mind. What is a good threat? A good threat should either win a material, force a weakness, or prepare a bigger attack. Your plan should be to activate the king, just as in any other endgame, such as bringing the king where?
To the center. Well, or...
Can you bring the king to the center?
Well, the only reason I looked at G3, but then...
Yes, and that's where you gave up. And that was the mistake. You need to continue. King G3, I take. Next.
King H4.
King H4, what do I do? Let's say you go after one of those, right?
Sure, yeah.
Or even like this one. With this one. King H5 looks good. Check, King G6, takes, we promote. But on King H5, they're gonna take the pawn, and what do we do next? We wanna bring the king and bring the pawn. So how about we win a tempo by pushing the pawn right away? And that's a subtle detail, because after they check, we go here already. We don't waste our time with the King H5. We go here, and after check, we come in, and then we deliver a checkmate or promote a pawn.
Oh, okay.
And that's the win.
Wow.
You like it? Awesome. Okay, now let's solve some puzzles. You're gonna ask me, but Dina, weren't we just solving puzzles? No, Emily. We were looking for examples of different threats. And now it's time for exercises. Puzzle number 1. Double attack, but not the usual one. Threatening 2 things at a time. Not 2 pieces though. A piece and a checkmate.
I don't know. I like...
If I say attacking a piece and attacking a checkmate, what would be the checkmate here?
Yeah. So I was looking at even like sacking the rook potentially, but I know that's not the answer. So maybe even like Queen H5 and your threat.
How do you attack a piece? Or you know what? I just take your knight. Queen H5, I take your knight, and after you sack, I will have this square. So you cannot like sack a queen.
Yeah. Okay.
Common mistakes with threats. Mistake number 1, chasing threats that are too easy to stop. For example, Emily just suggested Queen H5. Too easy to stop, I just take the knight. Common mistake number 2, forgetting development while trying to create artificial threats. Emily knows that. Better than anyone. Mistake number 3, overestimating the strength of a one-move idea, such as, again, Queen H5. Kind of the same as first, I would say, but still, important tip. And the last and the most complicated, mistake number 4, forgetting your opponent's counterattacks or counter threats. All right, Emily, you know that the mate is going to be on H6. How can I attack this mate and something else at the same time?
Knight D5?
How do you attack the checkmate?
I don't know.
You don't. Okay, you attack H6. I'm going to help you. You attack H6.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
What do you need to attack H6?
Queen D2?
Yes, that's it. Queen D2, you're attacking checkmate, and when they're gonna defend,
Take the bishop.
you take the bishop, because it's only protected once, and now it's attacked twice. You see? That's it. Puzzle number 2. Spot a hidden threat that is winning material. Spoiler, this one is a bit complicated. Even I had trouble to solve it, so good luck.
Uh-oh.
The queen's protected.
Okay. That's actually a good direction. The queen is protected, but...
But yeah, I was looking at me. Right?
There is a way to trap the queen.
Oh.
But of course, it's not going to be a direct threat. You're going to set up a threat, and the queen is not going to be able to get out of there. So think about what piece could attack the queen.
The bishop.
That's the only piece.
Okay.
You cannot attack the queen with a queen. Like, it doesn't make sense. You just offer a trade.
Right.
So the knights are also, like, this knight is close, so it's not, like, nearby, not gonna be able to attack. Gonna need 2 moves to attack. Pro tip, when the knight is on the diagonal with 1 square, it will need 4 moves to attack. Let's calculate.
Interesting.
1, 2, 3. Actually, 3.
Okay.
3 moves, but, like, you can capture only on the 4th.
Wow. Okay.
So this is just, like, geometry here. Like, if
Okay.
you went to school. I didn't. Maybe you did. But yeah, you're gonna attack the queen with a bishop.
Okay.
You cannot do it now, but you can prepare it. And ask yourself, what does my opponent want to do? What is the opponent's threat?
I mean, you want to prevent the queen from going to
Okay. Is there something else that I want to do with my queen?
as white. Getting on the back rank would be not good if the queen was not there.
Okay, something closer than that.
Closer.
Like sooner. A sooner threat. A more,
Queen takes c5.
yes. That's gonna give you a huge hint.
Okay.
So you wanna trap my queen, but you also don't wanna lose c5. Sometimes they say a good move is a move that has minimum 2 ideas. For instance, here, you're gonna have 2 ideas. Idea number 1, to protect c5. Idea number 2, to set a trap for the queen. You need help? Okay, in order to attack the queen with a bishop,
Queen needs to be on light squares.
you need to move the queen out of the...
Way. Out of the path of the queen.
It starts with P.
Out of the path?
3 letters.
Out of the...
Can the bishop move?
Pin! Out of the...
Yes! Out of the pin, that's right. So you need to get the queen out of the pin, you need to prepare an attack with the bishop, and you need to protect c5. You're almost there. Just keep, like, suggesting moves.
So, queen c8.
Voila! You found it. Look at you. Queen c8. And white has no way to stop bishop e6.
Wow.
And the queen is trapped in the middle of the board. I mean, you can try. Go ahead. Like, do something. You cannot go to f3 because the knight is controlling. You cannot go to e4. There's like, this is controlled by this knight. Literally every single square is under control. You can try bishop f8. I'll just stick with the king. Okay, you got it. Amazing. Ready for the last example?
Yes.
Emily's favorite endgames. And this time, once again, it is black to move. How to include threats in your calculation. When you run out of forcing moves, checks and captures, ask yourself, what useful threats can I make? Which threats improve my position, even if they don't win the material? Can I combine a threat with a long-term plan? Long-term plan. Long-term plan. Like pressure in the file or advancing pawns. Not pointing a finger at anything. Remember, the threat is strongest when it comes with a backup plan.
I was looking at rook a3. I don't know.
Whose turn is it?
Oh, it's black.
And also rook a3, I just take the rook. It's okay. It's fine.
Lol. Okay. Maybe rook a8.
Okay, good. Any other ideas? Remember, a threat is the strongest when it comes with a backup plan.
I think, well, I guess I'm trying to figure out which pawn has the greatest promotion potential.
Yeah, well...
Which none.
None.
Yeah.
None. No. None of the pawns can promote. It's not as easy. And your king is already in the center, and you cannot activate it as much.
Yeah.
So you need to think about your opponent. What does your opponent want?
This b pawn maybe would be.
How?
Try and get counterplay on the
How?
side. Why don't G or
Next.
G5 or well, I mean black has to do something, but
Next. G5 I take.
right.
So that's not the plan.
Okay. I don't know.
Actually, I'm gonna make, like, I'm gonna be a little mean. Next. Like, I gave you 2 moves, give you a 3rd one. Next. That's how you think with plans.
2 takes, I don't know.
Takes. Well, I'll take back next.
Then
You see, that's how you realize, and don't be shy. That's how that's exactly how you think with plans. Okay, I'm gonna do this. What next? Like, imagine your opponent doesn't do anything. That's exactly how you have to think. I have 5 moves in a row. What am I gonna do? And that's when you realize that it doesn't matter how far you've moved this pawn, you can't really do anything with it.
So, I mean, white probably does want to go rook a3 and come... Oh yeah, I can't do that, frick.
Yeah, okay, good.
But like, it needs to get back there somehow.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so rook c3.
Yes, that's what your opponent wants to do. Rook c3. They want to activate the rook. That's a hint.
So, as to what black needs to do. Rook c8.
Okay, that's easy, but you blunder a pawn.
Oh, yeah.
I take the b5.
So, b4 then, rook c8.
Do you need rook c8 if you play b4?
No.
You don't. Just b4 and...
And...
You see, you didn't even notice the difference.
No.
What is this?
It's a rook.
Are you sure? Look at it.
I'm lost.
Okay, what is this?
That's a pawn.
Any difference?
Yes.
What difference? Tell me. What is the difference?
Oh, the rook can't go. Well, can't go anywhere. Oh, the rook is trapped.
Yes, my friend. You love that, right? The rook is trapped. It cannot go anywhere. Now it's a pawn. Okay, that's only step number 1. So that's first step into the right direction. You trapped the rook. How do you win?
You capture the rook.
How? The only piece that can attack the rook.
The king.
The king. So your plan is?
To bring the king over.
That's it. And you win the rook.
Wow.
There is, of course, one thing that you need to take care of. What is your opponent going to do?
Try to...
That bishop? Yes. And you need to prevent it.
So...
Your next move, like let's say I do something random like this. Your next move. Just start doing your thing.
Which is what?
Like you want to capture that.
Okay.
Okay, great. Now let's say I do something.
Oh.
Yes.
It's pinned.
Yes. You're almost there. So you realize they want to capture this pawn. You cannot bring the king because the king has to protect the pawn.
Yes.
Your last step of the plan
is to
Uh-huh.
save the pawn.
Uh-huh. How?
Oh yeah, because, okay, rook e8.
Yes, that's it. Step number 3. You protect the pawn, and now nothing can stop your king.
Wow.
So you play this. Let's say I do this. You bring the king, I go here. You bring the king, I go here. You attack, I protect. Now what?
Now rook c8.
That's it. And you won the rook.
Ah,
You see?
very nice, yeah.
That's called thinking with a plan. On this note, we are wrapping up the CCT method: checks, captures, and threats. Checks and captures are forcing moves. Threats, a little bit more advanced, but just as powerful when used correctly. By following checks, captures, and threats in this exact order, you are gonna make your calculation way more clear and reliable. If you found this lesson helpful, don't hesitate to click the button subscribe. And if you're ready to commit to real chess progress, I'll see you at my Russian chess school, where you will have personalized study plans, one-on-one lessons, group classes, and many more. Oh, and by the way, let me know what topics you struggle the most so that I can make more videos to help you and Emily get their chess to the next level. See you in the next video. Bye! Stop wasting your time with random opening traps. They don't make you a better chess player. What does? One-on-one guidance, group classes, and a complete training program designed specifically to your level. Try my Russian chess school for free for 7 days and see for yourself.